Thank you, Dean Mao, for the kind introduction. And thank you, everyone, to the students, faculty, staff, families, and friends who made these years that we shared at NYU Shanghai everything that they were. It's my great honor to be a part of this celebration as a student speaker to celebrate our achievements as PhD and master graduates and to reflect on the journey that has brought us here. Looking back on the past few years, we see a journey that was challenging but remarkable. We navigated through a global pandemic and moved from the Century Avenue campus to the New Bund. Obstacles as there may have been, we have always come together as a community to support each other. Today, we stand together as PhDs and masters, proud of what we have accomplished. Reflecting on my own experience, I still remember vividly my first day as a graduate student at the Center for Neuroscience in the summer of 2017. Back then, our lab was not yet fully constructed. There were only a few behavior apparatus for rats and mice. 2 years later, this number became 12 boxes for each species. And when I started my PhD journey, I barely knew anything about experimental neuroscience. I struggled with everything from handling the animals to designing experiments to recording neural signals and to analyzing data. My first animal training day started at 8 a.m. and ended at 7 p.m., which should have been 8 to 4:30, and this was even after all the animals' training schedule has been cut to half compared to the normal schedule. I remembered one day my PhD advisor, Dr. Jeffrey Ehrlich, asked me to analyze some rat behavior data. These rats were trained on our very first version of a head-orienting task. I asked how much time we would have. You will have 3 days, he said, but for me, I would probably need a couple of hours. So I thought, well, I have a long way to go then, and I did struggle to hand in my work in time. But over time, I got trained, and now I'm able to do the same thing in a couple of hours as well. With the support of my mentor, Dr. Ehrlich, as well as my colleagues, I persevered. Over time, I was able to ask better scientific questions and tackle novel problems with greater ease. My PhD training was a fruitful experience, but it was only the beginning of a lifelong journey for learning and growth. When I studied abroad at the New York campus, one of the most precious things I've learned is the value of diversity. I used to consider myself as a bit nerdy, and I had this slight but constant anxiety about fitting in. In New York, I met a larger cohort of neuroscience students, and I found many of them being unconventional in one way or another. Everyone had a unique trait, a unique characteristic. Yet we kept each other in company and had a really great time together, and some of us even became lifelong friends. It was with these lovely people that I shed my anxiety and started to embrace the idea that it's totally okay to be different, and every unique person deserves respect and friendship. Throughout my 6 years at NYU Shanghai, I have been empowered both as a scientist and as a person. I have been transformed by the experience, and I'm deeply grateful to the culture of inclusivity and respect that the NYU family embodies. As I move forward in my career as a postdoctoral researcher at ECNU, I'm eager to maintain close ties with the NYU Shanghai community. I hope to further contribute to the development of this community and to be a part of its further bridging with the global as well as with the local, and to support individuals who are still in their journeys at NYU Shanghai. Finally, I would like to once again thank all of you, students, faculty, staff, family, loved ones, and friends who have made our time at NYU Shanghai a truly unforgettable experience. I feel incredibly blessed to have been with you throughout these years. Today is a new start for us all, and I wish all the very best from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.